Friends. Tonight's topic, weird Gonzo conspiracy-like movies. I don't know if anybody's going to come. I know Elizabeth can't make it tonight. Alright, so we're going to go with the Gonzo movies. Hey, I've got a guest already. Weird movies we're talking about. First one I'm going to go into is FX. With, let me get that. FX with Brian Dennehy. He passed away like last year, unfortunately. He was in Gorky Park and a ton of other action movies. I just think it's weird that it's not available to stream, and it's a pain in the ass. FX to get a hold of. 1986. A movie special effects man is hired to fake a real-life mob killing for a witness protection plan, but finds his own life in danger. The theme song to this movie is incredible. It was produced by Dodi Fayed. Whoa. The boyfriend of Princess Diana on the side. It's a science fiction action thriller. The sequel is A Deadly Art of Illusion, and a spin-off series. I think the sequel probably sucked. I don't know. Gotta be just an illusion. Brian Brown. He was the bartender guy with Tom Cruise. Do the hibby hibby shake. Why does this movie seem semi-suppressed? It's interesting. Budget $10 million. They made $20.6 million. Just an illusion. Gotta be a neck. FX. Brian Brown from Cocktail. Tom Cruise. Let's get into my notes. Weird movies with sort of a paranoia twist is tonight's topic. Let's get real. 1997. How can you get more paranoid than Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, and Patrick Stewart in Conspiracy Theory? Mel Gibson, of course, got the idea for that movie from me. I do think they tape his eyes, I forget, and they do kind of, that's similar to Clockwork Orange. They give him the machine. It's got tinges of MK Ultra in it. Very, very interesting movie. It's got hints to everything, and he's a cab driver. Conspiracy Theory, 1997. Don't miss it. I might go back to that one. And also don't miss Payback with Val Resnick and Stegman, the crooked cab dispatcher. Hey, I lost one viewer. Come on back. I love that line when he says to Mel Gibson, "You judge me for being the elf outfit? They provide full dental and full medical." Next up, we have The Wicker Man. Not the new one with Nicolas Cage. No, no, no. You want to see the 1973 one. Starring Edward Woodward. I believe he was the original Equalizer, I think. Slightly before my time. Brett Eklund. Probably, there's very few actresses in the history of Hollywood as pretty as her. The Wicker Man. Wicca, King Wicca. Very much tied to Son of Sam. The Son of Sam serial killer. Was it or was it fertility magic? Wicker Man has to do with ultra paranoia and religious cults. Who the hell's scarier than Christopher Lee? Anyway, it was during that time that was showing in the theaters. And can you imagine the people of Brooklyn, New York, thinking that during the Dogs of Summer, there's so much occult symbolism, the strange letters between Berkowitz and Jimmy Breslin. Oh, Wicca King Wicca. It reminds you of the Burning Man festival as well. Burning Man. Conspiracy author Jim Keith died from injuries he received at Burning Man. I have a tribute to him. He's an early pioneer in that kind of stuff. Gonzo. We're talking Gonzo movies tonight, that with a kind of paranoid twist. The Philadelphia Experiment. Was there Tesla-like technology that the military was fooling with? The USS Eldridge, was it sucked up into a vortex? Wasn't that keen about the film on it, but maybe give it a chance. 1984, that's the Philadelphia Experiment. I've done a video on it, where guys teleported right into the hulls of the ship, lost space and time, freaky hidden Tesla technology. Check out the Philadelphia Experiment. Don't mind if I didn't dig it. Any list of paranoid Gonzo films certainly should include Fahrenheit 451, of course, based on the very important book by Ray Bradbury. Does the oligarchy, the Illuminati, the superstructure, the overlords certainly do not want the people reading, because if you read, you might get smart. You don't want your dumbass people getting smart. Fahrenheit 51, some sadistic firemen come and burn all the books. No books equals no knowledge. I'm going to only shortly talk about a film called Cube. I haven't seen it. Cube. Now I really want to see it. 1997 science fiction Cube. You may have seen some of my paranoid videos. I don't know if it's complete rubbish, but I have the Saturn Cube memes. Have you seen the strange hexagonal shape in the poles of Saturn? Storms around at 200 miles an hour. Freaky. Saturn. Okay, so Cube. There's a movie, Enemy of the People, with Steve McQueen. That's on my list of movies to see that I haven't seen, so I will not comment. I'll get back to you on that. I also haven't seen Day of the Dolphin, which reminds me of the Illuminatus trilogy, because the Dolphins are really smart. And George C. Scott, who also played General Patton. Well, he talks to the donuts. I was going to say he talks to the donuts. He talks to the Dolphins. I can't comment on that much further. You want to see the movie about Jack Ruby, starring Danny Aiello and Sherilyn Fenn? Who the heck's prettier than Sherilyn Fenn? It's a good. One of the major figures of the JFK assassination was Jack Ruby. I highly recommend this film. Features Santos Trafficante, Carlos Mancello. I don't know if Sam Giancana is depicted in that one. Jack Ruby, a man of mystery. Doubtless one of the most incredible Gonzo movies with paranoia out there. Hey, is the movie They Live with Roddy Piper. Without a doubt, one of the most paranoid, awesome movies ever. I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. They are our masters. They control us. When he puts the sunglasses on, right, he sees the message on the billboards like sleep, obey, buy shit. Incredible. John Carpenter is amazing. Hey, Pedro, what's up? We're talking Gonzo films. So far, we've talked Wicker Man, Philadelphia Experiment, Fahrenheit 451, and now They Live, one of my favorites. How about The Mothman Prophecies, starring Richard Gere, John Keel is an incredible paranoid author. The Mothman Prophecies is probably his best. 1967, St. Pleasant Silver Bridge collapsed. People thought they saw Man in Black. Hi, Pedro. Men in Black there, government people. John Keel, that's John, K-E-E-L. His Gonzo stuff is one of the most amazing. They actually have a statue over there at Point Pleasant of the Mothman. Very, very good movie if you're in the mood to get completely freaking paranoid. Hey, I lost a listener. This movie is insanely paranoid. Extraterrestrial thing. Anyway, they had premonitions. How about next we have Network? I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Faye Dunaway, William Holden, Robert Duvall, Peter Finch, and Ned Beatty. Oh, yeah, we got Paranoia and films that are paranoid. Or how about that we just talked about? Mothman Prophecy, Fahrenheit 451, where they burnt the book so people would be stupid. The Wicker Man is kind of like Burning Man, only more sinister. Human Sacrifice. The movie was playing at the same time as the Son of Sam major psychodrama super serial killer case. And he called himself Wicca King Wicca. That is involving that movie. Now we're talking about Network, highly. Yeah, sort of pertains. Yeah, exactly. Real life paranoia. I lost another listener. Come on. Faye Dunaway is stunning in that. But Peter Finch's space, like, I want you to come over to the window and open the window and shout, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Network. A brilliant piece. The 1970s, they did release some brilliant films. Dogs of War, Apocalypse Now, Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee, The Godfather. The 70s are probably the best, the heyday of American cinema. The Network takes place in the Patty Hearst case, the Symbionese Liberation Army. General Sinquan will now engage in the food program. Howard Beale. Okay, so the thing that I got from Network is, okay, so we love the speech where he fights back, where the news reporter goes crazy and he tells people to not take it anymore. But just as important, and then this is kind of pessimistic, is the super structure, all-knowing businessman character played by Ned Beatty when he lectures the newsman. That speech is just as good. You know, where he warns him, like, come on, you got to be kidding me. It's about money, and it's an incredible speech, so don't miss that, Ned Beatty. I'll put it in the liner notes later. He's basically warning, like, don't be a shithead. It's all about, power. You don't want to miss Gattaca. I won't talk about that too much, but Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, Jude Law, they're amazing in this film. Basically, people are. It's kind of like Brave New World. If you don't have the right DNA, then you're shit. You're shit out of luck. The Island is a more updated version of that, where they grow people on an island and take their organs. That's Ewan McGregor. That was actually quite good too. Gattaca. Oh yeah, I love Gattaca. Yeah, I liked it too. It's kind of like a Brave New World 1984 situation with an updated feel to it. A personal favorite of mine is a movie that goes way back to 1974 called The Parallax View. It's kind of a I'll probably go back to Gattaca in a second if you want, but I'm on the Parallax View now, which is an old movie with Ned Beatty. Very, very paranoid. Taking place more or less in Seattle. Everybody gets killed in this movie. It's an assassination film. Warren Beatty plays a very interesting, muckraking, sort of conspiratorial, never give up kind of reporter. And it's interesting because just like Conspiracy Theory with Gibson, they put Ned Beatty in kind of a room and they tie him down and they show him all these films. They basically, he's undercover as an assassin. I won't spoiler alert the end of it. Do not hesitate. It's free on the Amazon Prime currently. Warren Beatty in the Parallax View. There is a company involved with a real-life Kennedy assassination called Permadex. It reminds me of Parallax. Don't miss Parallax View. I've done some with music, some YouTube slideshow music creepy videos of it. It didn't do well. Sometimes I wonder if some movies don't do well. They don't want them to do well. We're going to be talking about that when we get up to The Winter's Tale, one of the films I'll be talking about tonight exclusively here on the Sash Pirate channel. Yeah, Gattaca was extremely paranoid. The idea of incredible inferiority and exclusion, very scary. Logan's Run, starring Michael York and Farrah Fawcett, is an incredible film. You get renewed. People don't know that they're dying, but they're getting renewed, and they kind of float to the ceiling, and they blow up, and they go, "You're getting renewed!" And if you become a runner, if you don't want to get renewed. Michael York plays the runner, basically the police. Oh my God, 13th Floor was insanely good. 13th Floor was almost up there with The Matrix. Very underestimated movie. Very, very underestimated movie. If you would like, Pedro, for our listeners, cut and paste information about 13th Floor in there. I don't have that on my list tonight, but 13th Floor. I remember leaving the theater going, ah! Because that was the bit. They changed. Oh my God, I'm down to 2 viewers. Are you kidding me? Logan's Run. It's kind of a dystopian thing. Your life is completely serviced, and you're not allowed to ask any questions. Kind of like right now. Don't think anything. Don't do anything. Don't hurt anybody. The Oliver Stone JFK. Shit, Noodle's computer's crashed. The Oliver Stone movie JFK is also not to be missed. Joe Pesci is the one who's incredible in that one, as David Ferrari, the weird-looking guy with no eyebrows. All I wanted to be is a priest. Donald Sutherland plays Fletcher Prouty, Man X, a guy that wrote against the intelligence community and wrote a lot of stuff about JFK. It's also based partially, I think, on Jim Marr's Crossfire. But this movie's incredible. It still stands up to anything in terms of cinematography. It's the ultimate paranoid movie. Oh, incredible. Incredible. I won't do any spoilers on that. It's just if you're not interested in even the JFK thing, that'll force you to give a breakdown. 1984, starring John Hurt, the guy who the alien popped out of his stomach, and Richard Burton. Absolutely, if you thought JFK was paranoid, 1984 is beyond paranoid. He works destroying words. The 10 Minutes Hate. Fake Wars. Goldstein. Love is hate. Everything's upside down. Dysutopia at its finest. Do not miss double think. Double plus good. Newspeak. Big Brother. We love Big Brother. Take care of us. The Anti-Sex League. INSOC. Everything. Thinking critically in this world has become a thought crime. Thought crime. Thought crime. The telescreens are watching. Everything from 1984 has now come. And now they have a picture. They have pictures of me acting crazy, but 1984 is here. If you haven't heard it, in terms of mind control and weirdness, do not miss Videodrome. Starring James Woods and Deborah Harry, Blondie. Sleazy and cerebral. My favorite character of Videodrome is Dr. Brian Oblivion. The only time I watch television is when I'm on television. Oh yeah, 1984, an Animal Farm. Real deal. Eric Blair, otherwise known as George Orwell, was assigned to write 1984 as a critique, I think in the Cold War against the communist countries. Or whatnot. Certainly, it's equally as good anti-fascist, anti-whatever, anti-dictator, anti-tyranny, anti-oligarchy. Now we're talking about Videodrome. Brian Oblivion. The shadowy figures. Your mind has become... Your brain is now on television. And James Woods has like a slit in his stomach, and he reaches out and, you know, he sticks his head right in the television and starts breathing. Matrix is on my list. I'm not going to talk too much about it because people talk that to death. But the Desert of the Real. There's the books that the Wachowski brothers used to make that movie are well worth it. Oh, I didn't have Truman Show on here. Capricorn 1. I love the scene in Capricorn 1 when they run through the set of the TV thing. Capricorn 1's amazing. Back when we still loved OJ. Truman Show is fucked up. Clockwork Orange is another sort of MK Ultra mind control thing. They lobotomize the violent kids. Make them love. Ultra violence. Stanley Kubrick is brilliant. All his films are nasty, scary, mystical. He gives the idea that he knows something that we don't, and he certainly does. Don't miss that one. I'm skipping a lot of these. Dr. Strangelove. Another Kubrick one about nuclear war. Slim Pickens. Get Out and Platform are some good ones, but modern, if that's not what you were going for here. I don't know. I got wicked old movies in here. I'm sorry. There are some. For some reason, they seem to be. I was going to talk about Clute, but I haven't seen that for so long. Well, 2007. That's not that old comparatively. Michael Clayton, the paranoid George Clooney lawyer movie. Very good. Have you guys seen Michael Clayton? Big cover-up. It's kind of like a Monsanto kind of thing. 12 Monkeys. We seem to be living that right now with the coronavirus. 12 Monkeys. Brad Pitt. Bruce Willis. The beautiful Marilyn Stowe. That's an old movie too, but we seem to be living it now. 12 Monkeys. Yeah, I'm telling you. Director Peter Hyams for Capricorn 1. The idea that they bullshitted the moon landing, right, Pedro? All the old movies I've watched are horror movies. You've got to give these conspiracy ones a chance. The movie, it's hard to get, John Travolta in Blowout. Talk radio with former comic and commentator Eric Bogosian. Very intense, an assassination thing. He's like a shock jock. And he goes on, and he gets more rage and this and that, and he's calling people out. And he's kind of like a Don Imus, Howard Stern kind of guy. And eventually he gets assassinated because he overdoes it. He talks himself to death. Talk radio, Eric Bogosian is on the list. The Pentagon Papers. Never seen it. Never seen the movie right now. Catch-22. Don't want to miss the book. And the movie's pretty good. Alan Arkin as Captain Yossarian. Catch-22 is not, for me, as good as Gravity's Rainbow, but it's kind of like a military satire weirdo film. How about Minority Report? That's 2002. Philip K. Dick. Anything Philip K. Dick is a must-see, right? It was actually damn good. When Tom Cruise puts his mind to it, he's good, man. Minority Report. Pre-crime, thought crime. The idea that they'll be able to solve crime before it happens. Very evil, very, very, very modernistic. I think they're actually working on shit like that now. They're teasing it. There's a movie Existence. I'm not going to talk about it because I haven't seen it for a long time, but it's Existen. Rosemary's Baby is completely paranoid. Actually, Anton LaVey, whatever, the Church of Satan boss, is in that movie. That movie is so paranoid. Like the other ones of the 70s, it has amazing soundtrack, right? Good one, DB. Rosemary's Baby. Freaking paranoid. Enemy of the State with Will Smith and Gene Hackman is an updated version of The Conversation. Paranoid NSA eavesdropping at its finest. Enemy of the State, Will Smith, Gene Hackman. Don't miss it. Absolute paranoid. Absolute paranoid. Gene Hackman always delivers. Silkwood's got Meryl Streep and Cher. The ultimate cover-up, the nuclear power plant action movie. Very much paranoid, scares the shit out of you. That's an old one from 1983. That's Silkwood. There's some movie, THX 1138, with Robert Duvall and Daniel Pleasance. An early one by George Lucas. makes you think. I shouldn't have said that one. I haven't seen it in too long. So, sorry. Minority Report was based on, it was Blade Runner and Scanner Darkly. Yeah. Pedro, did you like the animated version of Scanner Darkly? I dug it. Winter Kills is a underground film. Not underground, but a very underrated film with Jeff Bridges of the Big Lebowski fame. It's an insanely good movie, and it could be the most paranoid one I'm talking about here tonight. It's a parallel version of the JFK hit, except instead of Dallas, it takes place in Philadelphia. There's an incredible scene where they find the murder weapon at a wig shop. Don't miss it. They seem to be sort of a waspy version of the Kennedy family, if you will. Talks a lot about industrialists, how things are really won. John Huston as the oligarch father in the family, incredible. This is a very, very underestimated movie. Done very well, and again, you're here because you think I had some part in the conspiracy to kill your brother. You and all the other conspiracy lovers in this conspiracy-loving country. That's one of the lines. There's a sort of a character that's based on Marilyn Monroe. It is got some dark humor in it. It's satirical, but it's an incredible film. Winter Kills came out in 1977. Sterling Hayden, one of my favorites, who plays the Air Base commander in Dr. Strangelove. In it, he was a communist who did battle with Ronald Reagan politically and admired Reagan. They admired each other, even though they hated each other. Marathon Man, starring Dustin Hoffman and Laurence Olivier and Roy Schneider. For a liberal pacifist, you have got some sense of vengeance. This film is incredible. The tooth drilling scene is worth it. It's got that kind of Operation Paperclip feel to it. That's the Nazi guys that they let come over here to use them for their brains. Marathon Man. Is it safe? Legend has it that the dental torture scenes were too much for some audiences to handle. Fuck yeah. Time Horizon. I haven't seen. Oh, that's a Philip K. Dick short story, maybe. The Good Shepherd was an amazing paranoid spy film. Kind of about a version of William Colby or James Jesus Angleton. It's a CIA thriller. Done very well. Goes back to 2006. Matt Damon, Angelina Jolie, Alec Baldwin, De Niro, and William Hurt. Yeah, kind of about Angleton, his mother. The Good Shepherd. Very paranoid CIA intelligence type of thing. Got kind of Fire in the Sky from 1993 is based on the Travis Walton alien abduction thing. It's got a very real feel to it. I thought that was very well. You expect me to believe that a flying saucer came down and took your friend away to outer space. Yeah. Oh, the Omega Man. The old one. Oh, no. That's the Pedro, that's the the first film that George Lucas ever did, I think. It's THX 1138. Let me get it in here for you. THX 1138. Extinction. How about the one with Matthew McConaughey? That was incredible. The one when they go into space. The Omega Man, not the one with Will Smith, but the one with Charlton Heston from 1971. The dystopian world it creates is incredible. The desolate LA streets are filled with zombies. There's a cult leader who's like, here is the instrument of cleansing, my brother, and nothing quite cleanses like fire. Charlton Heston versus the zombie people. Scanner Darkly, Philip K. Dick, Pedro and I were Interstellar. Interstellar. The space-time thing was incredible in that film. Very paranoid. Everybody's under watch in Scanner Darkly. The animated version was really great. We live it now. There's no privacy. Everything's a thought crime. And instead of whatever they're addicted to that, everybody's addicted to OxyContin and heroin now, and they're dying from fentanyl, I guess, from China. There are plots against people, aren't there? Rosemary's Baby. John Cassavetes. Roman Polanski. A victim of the family, the Manson family. What odd, disturbing activity was that when he made Rosemary's Baby, and yet he was... The beautiful Sharon Tate was at least symbolically sacrificed. And now Quentin Tarantino with that other movie that has an alternate world version of it. The Day of the Jackal is an incredibly well done film about the attempted assassination of French leader de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle. Very flawlessly done, this movie. 1973, The Day of the Jackal. And Sharon Tate was pregnant too. Creepy as hell. Rosemary's Baby, I'll be totally frank, I've never really liked it for that reason. It seems like weird. The X-Files changed society, in my opinion. Because it was such a good story, and it's a male and female duo. It made everybody want to work together that way. I know, I'm way off. But it was one of those, that was the time when they used to always have the cops teamed up together. And, you know. No group of, yeah. Rollerball. Oh, Pojo, you talk about Rollerball? I just got that movie tonight. The society needs to be pacified with entertainment. You are that entertainment. Rollerball is a necessary component of societal control. Rollerball, the one with James Caan, not the one with LL Cool J. No group of conspiracy over-the-top films would be complete without mentioning Eyes Wide Shut, Secret Societies, starring Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, and Sidney Pollack. I wanted to make fun of you. I wanted to laugh in your face, so I laughed as loud as I could. Oh, probably the strangest movie ever. It's very dreamlike. It has the Illuminati ceremony at the mansion. There are Nick Nightingale, masked imagery, loaded with occultism, psychology. Very messed up. Do not miss Eyes Wide Shut if you haven't seen it. It's worth it. The Conversation would be the earlier version of the with Gene Hackman. Total NSA snooper paranoid film. That was 1997. I didn't know Harrison Ford was on that. I have it in my notes. I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of murder. It's a good line from that. I've noticed that Robert Duvall is in very many of these paranoid movies. He's, of course, the Colonel in Apocalypse Now. I said it's safe to search this beach. I said it's safe to search this beach. It's safe to search this beach, motherfucker. Just like The Island, the movie Coma, I forgot, features organ harvesting. Coma, the book, is probably one of the books that sticks out of my mind, of the floating guy on strings. Definitely. Manchurian Candidate, the one with Frank Sinatra and the one with Denzel Washington. Either one. Manchurian Candidate, the original one is 1962. I didn't know that. That fucking was before the JFK hit. It's not to be missed. See them both. Mind Control, Assassination. I've done 2 talks here on Operation Mind Control, which is an even more intense book than the Manchurian Candidate. Can they take a guy, wind him up, and turn him into a hypnotized killer assassin? You better believe it. You better believe it. They do it anyway. Capricorn 1 was a good suggestion, Pedro. In the Still of the Night with Roy Schneider and Meryl Streep is one of the spookiest movies I've ever seen in a certain way. It's a shrink murder mystery thriller. You guys got any dumplings? You guys got any paranoid weird movies? Gotta be a knack. Dog Day Afternoon. You're out of order. Is that the line? Oh, that's a great film. No. No, what's that about? I haven't seen that one. I'll look it up right now. Ooh, an Asian horror film. What a movie poster. Former actress is losing her good looks and longs for passion with her wealthy husband, who is revealed to having a younger, more attractive masseuse. To boost her image, she has a local chef bake dumplings. They're unborn fetuses or something. Wow. She wants her husband to love her again. I've heard it said that riboflavin comes from fetuses and that riboflavin is in everything. Really? A Asian movie about a woman who somehow keeps her youth. Find out she's an abortion doctor who keeps the fetuses to put them in the dumplings. Your description is better than I got on that dumplings. Wow, the poster at the front is frightening. Dumplings. Part of a horror compilation. The Game. Is that the one with the guy who married Catherine Zeta-Jones there? Douglas? Yeah, that was freaky. Paranoid. The Game. The Game. Winter Kills is my favorite of the night for my personal thing. I forgot that movie. Winter Kills. A very dark comedy. Richard Condon. I wonder if he's the one who wrote Manchurian. Winter Kills. Big Lebowski guy's in it. Let's see. Richard Condon. Popular Rose. Yeah, he wrote the freaking Manchurian Candidate. Yeah, prolific writer. This guy was a guy who knew his shit. He wrote the Manchurian Candidate, and he freaking wrote a book that they based Winter Kills off of. Guy knew something. Just I always felt that William Peter Blatty, whatever, knew something. You can bet that Arlington Road, Jeff Bridges and Tim Robbins was kind of a Timothy McVeigh kind of fucked up movie. Everything is paranoid in that. Everybody's in the organization. You don't trust anybody. Bob Roberts. I didn't know Gore Vidal was in that. That's another Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins has some freaking good movies. What if a nice guy ran for president? There's a more controversial one, but with Beatty, called Bulworth. More hard-hitting than Bob Roberts, in my view. The Prisoner was a TV show starring Patrick McGowan. He's a spy, and they deprogram him on the island. Probably my favorite thing ever of anything. The Prisoner. I am not a number. I'm a free man. 1968 was the release date. Humanity is not humanized without force. There's so many lines in that. We're all just pawns, my dear. The Village. Who am I? Where am I? In the village. What do you want? Information. Who are you? Number 6. I'm not a number, I'm a free man. You are number 6. Who's Allison Q? Are you from Hawaii? Welcome, Allison. We're talking about The Prisoner. Who are you? You are robotic cabbages. Each episode has a different... Allison Q. Hi, Allison. You're in Hawaii now? Awesome. Manalohi. Is that like good evening? I love Hawaii. I'm the only person in the world who has a video of the CIA, alleged CIA agent Ronald Rewall, and he was in Hawaii. I'm a huge fan of Magnum PI. Magnum PI. Unfortunately, the old one. The new one, never seen it. I think Higgins is a beautiful actress. That sounds awesome. Do I know you from somewhere, or is this random? How did you become a fan of this channel? You don't have to answer. National Treasure, if you're into everything that's the Masons and you're thinking all the category, all the architectures of the cities and all the weird stuff, is this National Treasure 2004 is really good. Just the first one, though. No way. You saw that one, Ronald Reroll? No way. You're a true fan. The elites would use us as pawns in entertainment to watch us. That's what they do. Falcon and the Snowman, starring Sean Penn and Timothy Hutton, is based on a real story. Christopher Boyce and his friend, they fucking went crazy. They were working for a company that had top secret stuff, and they became commie, and they sold it. Very paranoid, really good. Sean Penn, Timothy Hutton. That's Falcon and the Snowman. Oh. Yes, thank you. Mana hello. I love it. I guess we probably stole Hawaii from the indigenous peoples. That sucks. Da Vinci Code is ultra paranoid. Ron Howard's a pretty good director. Tom Hanks. Largely based on the book, controversial book, Holy Blood, Holy Grail. Did Jesus have a family? I don't know. Everything Tom Hanks does seems too, I don't know, Disney. Roger that. There's no movie quite like Blade Runner, the old one. With Sean Young, Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer. It's taken from the Philip K. Dick. No, there we have Pedro, Philip K. Dick again. Do androids dream? Electric Sheep. William Burroughs is the one who came up with the Blade Runner, probably with his cut-up method. Blade Runner. He also invented the word heavy metal. Deckard. Probably my favorite scene. One of my favorite scenes of all of cinema is when yes, that they put Sean Young's character on kind of a polygraph machine, and she's smoking a cigarette. Her eyes are the best. It's right up there with anything. Blade Runner and Godfather are among my personal favorites. Sure does fit the dystopian genre. Most sci-fi pre-approved as predictive program. Yeah, interesting. Gotta go moped shop. Want to talk more on CIA story? Only other person who has spoken on this is Quentin Marcos. Oh, I might not be here in 45 minutes. Give me a shout. You want my email? Whatever, Allison Q. I would love to talk about Rewald. I don't think he did anything wrong. ALLISON. Here is my email. mail stash comedy x at yahoo.com. Sorry. Give me a shout on Reworld if you got time, Allison Q. Coma. Oh, it's Michael Crichton. His movies are always the best. They were good. Well, Parallax View, I totally recommend that. Like Paige was saying, Rollerball. It's about 55 minutes. I think I might be winding down and call this one. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you liked tonight's topic. I hope I didn't barrel over them really quick, but that's a long list of a bunch of movies that are completely paranoid. They Live, Eyes Wide Shut, Matrix. Marathon Man's incredible. Dustin Hoffman. Another paranoid Dustin Hoffman that I neglected to mention was Wag the Dog. We're not going to have a war. We're going to have the appearance of a war. That's Wag the Dog. Some people said that actually it was a spoof on Clinton, I believe. That's two paranoid ones that Dustin Hoffman was in. Wag the Dog and Marathon Man. Guys, I'm tired. Hope you enjoyed this. There's Nick's out there. DB. Pedro. Check out that Marathon Man. Don't forget, like Pedro said, 13th floor. That is a great film as well. I think I'm going to sign off, guys. The dystopian world is too much for me tonight. I'll message people if I'm going to be on tomorrow night. Let's continue this. Gonzo movie night. Quinn Michaels, Ali. All right. Gimme. You too, BB. I miss you guys already. Maybe see you tomorrow night or whatever night. I'll message people because I love having at least a few people on. Love you guys. Dead Zone. Oh yeah. The Stand was okay, but it's nothing compared to Dead Zone. All right, guys. I will. I'll let you know. Pedro, give me a shout in the liner notes so I can let you know too. Allison, if you're out there, email me on the Rewild case. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Let's not give up the fight. Ciao.